post office.
It's like ginger ale. No kidding. That's like they used to buy tobacco like that.
Yeah, that's how they used to make it.
They used to make them in twists. So you buy a whole twist and you break off what you need.
You're hungry.
We'll get something to eat in a little bit, okay?
Yep. And down.
Doing the American Cowboy right here in just a few minutes.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay, cool.
Miles away, it was moved here to this time as they gathered buildings from the era. So it is a wondrous schoolhouse. We were commenting how most of the books that I have are saying they go up to 8th grade. And I don't really have a lot, but saying that they're high school level. We're saying we think that's because a lot of the kids did not get to go to high school. They were working by that point and they were needed in their communities. So some maybe did, but it was doubtful, not very many. But we also are commenting on the high level that's in the books at all the grades, and we think they probably accomplished quite a bit by the end of 8th grade. We're doing the spellers and the history books and things, and wow, there's a lot in there actually. I don't know that our 8th graders today do that. So maybe they felt like they had to put more in because they weren't going to have them as long. Yeah. So that's neat. Yeah, so that's a pen. Let's see, I'll take that, but I'll give you a piece of chalk. I'll take that, but I'll give you that you can write with. This looks weird, but it's a piece of chalk. That you can write on that with if you like. Yeah, into letters or numbers. But it's okay if it writes. Just use whatever piece. Yeah. Yeah, and that would be your slate because we had a hard time having paper. It's not like I can go up to the store and buy another ream of paper.
Right.
So there was some. You see the inkwells and the slots for them in the desk. Some of them are built in and some of them fit in later. A gentleman while ago was telling me that these didn't come out until early 1900s. That usually they were built in earlier before that. That's what he said. But the slates sure were helpful. Because you could erase them and erase them. And didn't have to go to the store for all that paper. Yay. And I forgot to ask my friend who was a museum curator, but we think that it's like a mimeograph machine over there. You know, it looks almost like our printers now, that there's a place for paper to come out, paper to go in, and it has a handle that turns the crank. It's a big hollow drum, and the outside looks kind of, so we think you would ink, put your ink in and you'd run it through and make a copy.
Nice.
That's our guess, at least. Almost. Yes, try that one. Oh, school on the weekend. Exactly. Yeah, it'll be your time to be in school someday. Just how the books are tied together with light straps. That's how you carry them before backpacks.
Is this the school?
I don't know that it's this school. I don't know. Does it say if it
It looks
is?
like the right size and shape.
It's got the two windows on the sides. It has the little front.
You have tensios up here.
Say again?
You have tensios up here. There's another tensio. We're from Kansas City. There to demonstrate to folks what the blacksmith actually did. Some of the things we do, turn these old nails we find around our park into coat hooks.
Oh.
You can go look if you want.
And then I've also made knives. And kind of the latest project are steak turners. Hook that into your steak, flip it over. And really good for the grill, because you only poke one hole in it. And with a fork, you poke several holes in it. And wherever you poke a hole in it, the juice runs out.
Right.
So these actually do better steaks.
That's cool.
Actually, I just bought a Blacksmith fork and knife last week. All right.
That was twisted like that. It's really
Yeah,
neat.
just how it's like that. That looks fancy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. Heat it, twist it. Yeah, you heat it, throw it in the vise, put a wrench on the other end, and just walk it around.
That's really neat.
But the decorative twists look neat.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
They do. They look really neat.
I'll show you those when we get back to the house.
He
All
has
right.
a place in Denver.
Oh, really?
The Blacksmith in Denver.
Yeah, 4 Mile Historic Park.
That's cool.
Home to the oldest standing house in Denver. Really? The original part of the house was built in 1859.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
it's the only building from that time period that still survives in the Denver area.
Oh, wow.
And without it being torn down and rebuilt, and it's been restored. But the old part of the house was a 2-story log house. And then in the 1880s, they added on a brick addition to make it fancy. So you get to see the 1860s and the 1880s. All within 20 feet of each other.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you.
You want to
Thank
go?
you.
You want to go look inside?
Yeah. Well, we can save it. There you go, Lily. It's like little stalls. Look at that.
Ooh. Wow.
Right?
Ooh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Guys, I found some rooms.
Found some rooms.
Ooh, there's another one. Come up here. Look here.
Yeah.
Daddy has a light.
That's not a light, Lily.
Is that Daddy's camera? Very cool. Yeah, this is where the horses would stay from. Maybe goats. Maybe pigs. Yeah.
She's making candles.
In just a minute, you can get the dinosaur.
Dinosaur tree?
Yeah, I don't know.
Train.
Yeah.
But where'd she get dinosaurs?
Where'd you get dinosaur from?
From the dinosaur museum.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
In Canyon.
I think I have just one more to kill, and I'll be done. Now, I have had candle makers as young as 4, but you have to have some patience. This is the last group, about half hour, 40 minutes to make a candle. One young man, the one who's in the show down there, said, "I don't have patience." I looked at him and grinned and I said, "You're learning it right now."
Grandma fell. You want to help her?
Oh,
He's going to come back.
I think Grandma's sitting.
No, I watched her fall. She fell.
You all right?
Hey, Mandy?
I watched Lily push you over.
Hey, Mandy?
Going all the way through, and I've got the wicks are knotted at the bottom. But molds, like you see, for candle molds, there's some debate as to exactly what year they came out in, but approximately the late 1500s. And the first types of candles that were made out of tallow, and tallow is fat that's made from a bear or from a pig. Unless you were around like here we have lots of bees, so beeswax is even better. If you lived on the East Coast, you could use bayberries for wax, which also smells not bad.
Oh, wow.
And another one was if you lived on the coast and you were hunting whales. Whales have spermaceti, which is another type of fat that can be used for candles. And
early candles had like a tin plate and then just a spike in the middle. And they were larger than this tin plate. And they make a candle and they would just put it through the spike. Now in these days, this candle process I'm describing, especially if it was tallow, was stinky and messy. And you usually only found candles in churches in the 1600s, maybe in a castle or with a lord or a lady, until some changes started being made to the production of candles. And one of the first major changes was around 1813. They figured out how to separate stearin from the tallow from this fat rendering process, and then add the tallow back at the end of the candle making process to make the candle harder, because regular tallow candles just were very hard. Another invention came around 1820. Up until 1820, all candles just had one cotton wick, just one thread. After 1820, they figured out, hey, we ought to braid this. So this is what the kids have been dipping with, and you'll notice it's way more than just one, and it's braided. And a braided wick is going to last a lot longer and burn slower than a single one, but they didn't know about this until about 1820. The next invention in candles came around 1830 when petroleum started being processed in the United States. And around 1840 is the byproduct of petroleum is paraffin wax. So if you see pure white candles, that's a paraffin wax candle. That was 1840.
Oh.
Very cool.
And then,
They're about to do the gun show, Lily.
have they started yet?
There's.
Yeah.
They might be doing this cowboy demonstration.
Yeah.
If you want to go to that, otherwise I got pictures to show you what
Yeah.
Chandler's did. So Chandler was a professional candle maker, and they would go from village to village, making and selling candles, or if it was a large enough village, they would stay in one place. And they used this basically candles on a bigger scale. What I've got is what a pioneer would be doing in a 6 mold. But some of these pictures I'm going to show you, this one is like a large table of the same kind of tin molds that you see there. A large table, and then he's taking a tin and pouring the hot wax into that tin mold. Okay? And then having to wait for it to dry, which could take, depends upon how hot the room was, could take a few hours. Another method of doing candles is this one, where taking a long rod and then dipping the various waxes into the big pot of wax there. Then he can take the long rod with the dip candles off to another cooling area and keep doing that until it's been built up. This last one has the fire built underneath the pot of hot wax. It's a round circular iron piece that he could move around in a circle, and then with the cup is just pouring the wax over each wick as he's basically building that candle. And so by the time he gets her all the way around the whole circle again, he can pour the next layer on, which this is closest to what the kids have been doing, which they've been dipping in the pot of wax and then they make a trip around my encampment.
Very cool.
And that's where they're learning patience. You don't really see other types of lighting, basically oil lamps, until about 1840, 1840s, 1850s.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This one's what, one?
Almost 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's getting there.
Your grandchild also?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my son, that's my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Nice to meet you.
We're going on the dinosaur train.
Yeah, I think they want to go down and see which way is it
Down here.
It's that way. Yeah.
All right. All right, we'll stop back by for a candle.
Awesome. Thank you.
If it was adjusted properly, it was.
Really?
Adjusted properly.
Oh, okay.
Right. Take this, come over here, and drape it over this line. You can just drop that. This line. Just drape it right over that. Good job. Thank you. And do another one. Grab that. Grab the handle. Is that fun? Do you want mommy to buy one of these? No. Have Daddy buy you one and he can help you. Hang that one up. Thank you.
And that one's too big. You need
What do
more
you
pasta.
say, Lily? Say thank you.